Hi Stillwood campers, my name's Sully and today we are in front of the Red Barn and we're going to be creating critters today. And so this is one of our examples. This is Phyllis. She is our newest little addition to the Stillwood staff and we are so excited because you're going to be making your own little critters today and it has the opportunity for you to be super creative. And so yours might not look like mine and the one we're going to be creating today won't look like mine either. So the contents of the box that we are giving you today will be a packet of stencils, and so in the stencils we just have some fun random things that you can stick on your critter. We also have some legs and arms, and then we have a few different bodies for you, but you can always create your own, and today I'm just going to create my own because that's very fun. And then we are also going to give you 3 smaller pieces of felt for the more body parts like legs and arms or the different spots. And then you have 2 bigger pieces and that's going to be the actual body of your critter, and you can just cut any shapes out you want and then we'll end up putting those together to make a body. You'll have 2 googly eyes, and on the back of the googly eyes is just a sticker, so you'll pull that off when you're ready to stick it. Then we also have 1 needle and then 2 different colors of thread. You can use the thread however you like. What we'll be doing today is putting the 1 color of thread around the body, and then the other thread will be used to stick all the things onto the body. And then the last thing we'll provide for you is the fluff, and before you put it in you'll just fluff it like this to make sure he's nice and plump. And then the 2 things that you'll need to get from your home are a pen if you want to use any of the stencils and trace it onto the felt, and then scissors to cut all the felt with. So for the little pieces of felt, what you can do is you can take your scissors and then you can go in and cut the different stencils out. And so for this one, we'll just do a triangle. And then once you're done the triangle, you can just go on and place it onto your fabric and then take your pen and you'll just outline it. This pen is yellow, so it might not show up, but you'll just trace all around it. And then once you're done tracing it, you can go in and then you can cut out your triangle and use it for an ear or maybe a spot on the belly. Okay, so now that I've cut out all of my new critter and I have some spots, I've cut out the 2 legs and 2 arms. You could do anything you want though, it's all up to you. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take this needle and thread and I'm gonna put a knot at the bottom of the thread, but I'm going to keep one side of it out because if you knot both, the thread becomes too thick and it won't be easy to go in and out and thread through the fabric. So you're just gonna only knot one side of the thread, and then you'll just go in and start doing little X's on all the dots or on all your body parts. Only sew all of these on because otherwise you'll sew these 2 pieces together. So now that I've finished all of the spots and sticking them on and sewing on his little mouth, I've just started to do the stitch around his body, including sticking his hand in there so that way it won't come out if you tug it. And so how you're going to do the stitch is you'll come up through the fabric, pull the needle through, and then you're just going to go a couple centimeters over and go back down into the fabric. This is called a running stitch, and so you're just going to complete this stitch all throughout his body or her body, making sure to leave a little hole at the end so you can stick this fluff in. Okay, so now that I've gotten to where his other little hand is gonna go, I'm just going to stick this other piece of felt that I have cut out into the in between both sections of the fabric, and then I will just sew through all 3 layers. It will be a bit more tough, but you can do it. You guys are strong. And so you'll just shove that needle and keep doing the running stitch that you've been doing all along. Okay, so now that I've gotten to this part and there's a pretty decent sized chunk that has not been sewn, I'm going to take all the fluff and the fillings, and what we are going to do is we are going to just kind of break it up and make sure that it is really nice and fluffy, so when you're giving your critter a hug, it will be nice and cozy. And then you are just going to take some of the fluff and roll it in your hand, and then open up the little hole and then stick the fluff into all of its body. And what you're going to do is you'll just push the fluff down quite far in, so he'll be a little extra chunky down here at the beginning, so that way you can hold these two pieces down and continue doing the stitch with your thread. And then once you get to the end, you're just going to tie a knot in the back. And you can take the needle out of the thread. And then once you're done tying your knot, you'll just cut the thread. And there you have it. You now have your cute little critter. And you can give him a name and then write the name in the birth certificate. And then you have him and his birth certificate. Thanks for